Are you dealing with a narcissist, maybe have dealt with a narcissist, and you ended up discovering that they're doing nothing but playing a game with your life? If this is you, this video is for you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is your girl, MamiSoTrue. I'm so blessed to be here, and I am so excited to welcome all new subscribers to hit the subscription button and join the community of thrivers. If this video resonates, if it helps you, or if it, helps confirm what you already know, hit that like button. And of course, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. I know that at some point in your life, maybe right now, you are dealing with someone who has and exhibits narcissistic traits, whether it's coworkers, your parents, family members, or a relationship, a romantic relationship, maybe even just a friendship. Because this is someone who has taught you how much they are excessively interested in only themselves and could care less about anyone else, because they've shown you how much they lack or have no empathy, how much they could care less about life, about you, your feelings, your wants, your needs, how much they're hanging on to you because it's a benefit for them. A narcissist's entire world revolves around themselves. They constantly seek validation from people. They always need someone to be there as a soundboard, and they'll do anything that it takes to make sure they get what they want and also maintain this image of perfection. But a big, interesting fact about narcissists is that they are not clever. Because one thing about it, all of this that I've described to you, it's the game of the narcissist, something they are not prepared to lose, because they cannot be vulnerable. They cannot be responsible and take accountability for their flaws, their actions. They don't want to face the truth. They want to run around and just take supply from people who are blind to what they are doing, pulling people into their narcissistic cobweb of games, mind games, sexual games, financial games, everything just to be a gain for their life. Meanwhile, leaving others to hang dry, to go without, to miss out on things. They're not prepared to lose at their own game because they don't have the necessary skills and the abilities to win their own game. So smart, they're stupid. They may have a charming persona and a manipulative nature, but when it comes down to it, they're not equipped to handle failure. And failure kicks in when their true colors start to shine through. When the people they are abusing start to see that they're wearing a mask, and behind that mask is a demon who thrives in doing evil. For an example, imagine a narcissistic boss who constantly belittles their employees and take credit for their work. They thrive on being in control and always need to be seen as the best. But when it comes to the employees coming up with better ideas, outperforming them, that narcissist's true nature starts to reveal. They start to act out of desperation. They start to expose and overplay their own hand. They make it obvious that they've always been against you. As soon as they see that you have the qualifications, the capabilities, and the abilities to be better than them. So the demon starts to reveal itself. What you'll get is a narcissistic grown baby who will throw fits, blame others for their failures, try to sabotage the employee's success. They just simply cannot handle the idea of someone being better than them, being in a better position than them, someone having any potential light to outshine them. They're not prepared to lose at their own game because they have an inability to accept failure. And that leads to dangerous behaviors from that narcissist. You've seen it, the aggression, the violence, all because they're losing control over the situation, losing control and power over you. When you wake up to their game and you show them better than you can tell them, you will see that they are not able to back down and accept defeat because they're sore losers. They'll go to great lengths to prove themselves right, even at the expense of others. This is where parental alienation comes in. This is where the smear campaign comes in. This is where the need to fight you legally, taking you through those disgusting custody battles. This is when those come in. A sore loser is what you're dealing with. Someone who is not prepared to lose at their own game because they thought you would never understand that they're playing a game. They thought that you would never muster up the strength to come up with your own plan. They thought that you would never be clever enough to see them for who they are and start looking at life a little different. Take your power back. Focus on healing so you can maybe detach and disconnect from this person. They thought that they've had you in the palm of their hands. They thought that they've had you wrapped around their fingers permanently forever. They're not prepared to lose at their own game. Part of their game is to bring as much pain, confusion, and frustration in your life as they can. You waking up to the game is you taking your power back and doing whatever is necessary to protect yourself from their manipulative behaviors. Catching on to their game means that you are catching on to how deeply insecure they really are. And it helps you understand that that's why they are attacking you, because they lack what you have. And furthermore, understanding that this is a game for them gives you an opportunity to educate yourself. And maybe you'll be empathetic enough to understand, you know what? There's no need for me to fight with you. There's no need for me to play this game. What I'm going to do is reverse it. I'm going to switch it up because now I'm on to your game. So I'm not going to be a victim to your game. I may get wise enough and now set a trap for you to fall into your own. Start setting the proper traps for that narcissist to fall into the ditch that they thought they were digging for me. Narcissist is never prepared to lose at their own game. Losing means accepting that they are imperfect, something they can't afford to do because it's really about protecting their image. They don't want the world to really know that they are this evil, that they have this problem, and that they battle constantly with themselves. Part of their game is to distract everyone, deceive everyone, act as if they are something that they are not so that everyone can fall into their trap of manipulation and be held hostage. They're not prepared to lose when you show them that you're not like everyone. You see right through it. You smell it. And you're not taking it. You're not settling for it. You're the one who's going to strive and rise above their game and not give in to their need for attention and power. Something they're not prepared for because they've put in all this work. You were a special project. Remember how extensive the love bombing was. Remember how quickly they rushed you into a marriage. Remember how fast they tried to move in with you. Remember how quickly they laid down and had children with you. You were a project that was supposed to be a permanent dummy. You were supposed to be a permanent puppet. You were supposed to be their dog. You were supposed to be like the toilet paper that you use to wipe your butt. But that is how foolish a narcissist thinks. They're never prepared to see that they are awakening their victims to catching on to their game. Because they choose people who they think are weak, but then they slowly, eventually, they realize that you're actually way too strong. And once your strength starts to show, the game that they tried to run on you, it falls apart. There is no gaslighting you. There is no future faking you. They're not prepared to lose at the game because once you realize you have been duped, they have been pulling you onto their clown show to participate in their narcissistic clown acts. You started making plans for yourself. Now you've mustered up the strength. You've saved up the money to move out. You've traveled across state. You've changed your number. You are now putting life back into yourself by waking up and choosing to heal. You're doing things that is pouring back into your life and it's making you better and better and better. All because they woke you up playing silly games with your life, playing silly puppet games with your heart. Part of their game was to rail you in as a real one, but they weren't prepared to face you like the real one that you are. Because once you woke up to this game, you put an end to it. You cut them off. You put an end to it. You shut them down. You detach. You put an end to it. You stop reacting because that's what they love from you as part of that game. You put an end to that game, something they're not prepared for. You ever notice how pissed off a narcissist is once they lose power and control over you? Please share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to read about it. They cannot stand when you see through their facade. They cannot stand when you try to get them to face the truth. You become the enemy. You become the one with the problems. Now they're trying to beat you to the punch to try to prove to everyone that you're crazy. All because they were never prepared to lose at their own game. Sore loser. You're dealing with a coward who's demonically possessed. And part of their game was to make sure that they can pull you into their evil realm. And that didn't work. Because God is on your side. And whatever game they thought they would play with your soul, with your life. Once you realize that, man, I got to take this to God. Let me start praying again. Let me get back into my spiritual self. You shut the game down. You end it. They're not prepared to lose at their own game because they don't realize that they are teaching you the game. They don't realize that every tear that you shed, every time you are forced to fight with them, whether physically, emotionally, mentally, every time you are discarded and you have to sit there by yourself and think about what they've done to you, what you're doing is you're discovering that there is a playbook. And you're so intelligent. You have so much emotional intelligence that you're able to put the pieces together. And you start to educate and empower yourself, and the whole game just unravels right before your eyes. So now when that part of the game called hoovering comes around, it's not working. They can't suck you back in because you've shut the game down. A game you were never willing to play. They pulled you in without no permission. They pulled you in. But they also school you with all the pain. They hurt you so bad, you end up figuring out that they are something called a narcissist. And it shuts the whole game down, something they weren't really prepared for. If you've discovered the narcissist game, and if you've empowered yourself to shut it down, give yourself a pat on the back. I'm so proud of you, Thriver, because that's exactly what you are. You went from victim to surviving it. Now you're thriving past it. Keep going. And if this is you watching and you're not there yet, if you're watching this video, you're getting there. You're figuring out the game. You're noticing that this is some type of a playbook. And it's time for you to play different. It's time for you to catch on to it and shut the game down. Something they're not expecting from you. You will soon discover that you were not the person to be pulled into this game because nobody is a better player than you are. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you're interested in booking any life coaching sessions with me to help you navigate life after narcissistic abuse, please see the information in the description box where you can book sessions with me, as well as my email, information to purchase MamiSoTrue merchandise, and all of the details that may be helpful for you in this community. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Until next time, stay blessed and stay true. Bye.